Okay, this is going to be fun. Hi, welcome back. Badger and I are out on another walk today, just a little one. It's Saturday. It's fairly warm now. It's taken a little while for the sun to come out today for us down here in the southwest, but yeah, Badger and I, we're over at a Woodland just because it's a bit cooler. It's better for him. We are at a woods near a little village called Huntshaw, which is in North Devon. So it's kind of near to Bideford, which people might be more familiar with in terms of location. This is a there is forestry work that goes on here, so technically this wood is closed, but that's never stopped me before. The benefits of that is it's going to be really quiet. We're the only ones here at the moment. There is work going on, but it's the weekend, so they're not out here cutting trees down, so that means that we can have a little wander. You can come along with Badger and I along this walk. There's also an old Bury Castle here, which is like an old settlement, which I can show you. I think that's kind of cool, a bit of history as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the ride. This is what winds me up. Lazy people that put their dog shit bags there that make it bad for the rest of us. There's just no need for it. And I'm not here to moan on this channel because there's plenty of channels with people moaning. But come on, stop being such a lazy fuck. Pick up your dog shit. Got ourselves a little bit of a obstacle course here. Obviously where they've been felling trees, this one's fallen across this path. Let's look at Badger, see where he goes. Well, I ain't going under there. Let's see. I'm sure I can get through this. Probably would have been a lot easier without my cup of coffee, but we did it. Actually, since they've started doing the cutting of the trees, it's actually making this path so much easier. Normally it just gets so sodden in here that it's just a mud bath, and you have to kind of dodge the water and the muck and the nastiness. But actually, because they've churned it up, it's soft. Don't get me wrong, soft under the old tootsies, but otherwise it's not. I'm not getting covered in mud, so that's a plus. I said to you, didn't I, in the last video or two, that I'd had to move recently. And in my last place, I had a wood burner. And this is heaven for wood burning stove owners. Because there's so many little bits of wood that you can just collect. That's not even going to have any impact on the Forestry Commission or whoever it is that does the tree felling, because they're just not going to notice. Yeah, nothing like burning free wood. But I don't have that now, so sadly I can't fulfill that desire right now. Right, go to the camera, go. Wow, look at this. This looks like cement. I'm not going through here. It's actually starting to get really kind of sludgy and slippy here, but look at that. That is like cement. That's like a mudslide. I don't think I'll be going down that bit. I think I'll go down where Badger is. Okay, maybe I spoke a bit too early when I said, oh yeah, it's really easy to walk and it's all a bit soft but not muddy. Look at this. Okay, this is going to be fun. Watch. Oh no. I'm going to lose my shoes. Am I going to get across? Let's see. Okay, look at this dog. I think okay, I've assessed the situation. It is super slippy. I've got stupid shoes on that are just not going to work. I think I'm going to abandon this route before I get absolutely caked in mud or I slip and break something, because it is just really, really, really... It's like a swamp. It's like a swamp. So I think, yeah, best bet is to turn around. There's another route to the hill fort, which I mentioned at the beginning of the video, so I think I'm going to go back on myself and go that way. Come on, boy. We came from up there. That's the dead end. We're going to go this way. Go on. Good boy, come on. Badger. Careful. Try again. Try again. Yeah, you chew that stick, it's in your way. Come on. Where you going? There you go. Okay, slightly new obstacle. Not quite a tree this time. Look at the size of this beast. Wow. Look at those wheels. You never really get to see these up close unless you're a forestry person. Look at that big monster. That just strips the logs, right? Strips the bark off the logs. Wow, yeah. Look at bloody Badger under there. He's such a knob. You see him? Take this jumper off because I'm warming up, and actually the weather is warming up. Right, let's go to the fort, get up that hill. It's not that much of a hill, but it's still a hill. Come on in. This is the hill fort here. There would have been a community of people that lived up here once upon a time. So this is Bury Castle. I mentioned, didn't I, the hill fort. So it says on here that this was built around 2,600 years ago in the Iron Age. The people likely would have been farmers who lived in small enclosures dotted around the valley. Families lived in thatched round houses that would have been built from whatever materials were available. And the Iron Age farmers would have reared cattle, sheep and pigs, and this would have provided meat, milk, hide and wool. And then the crops here would have been wheat, oats and barley, and with the meat and the fish and the fruit and the game, they would have had an amazing diet, probably better than our diet today. Yeah, so pretty impressive, pretty interesting, I think. I mean, I'd live up here now in a tent. How nice would it be? What an amazing view. But you're quite exposed up here, so in the winter I imagine it's cold. I only come up here a few times a year. So in the summer, in the spring, in the winter. But it's a lovely place to come to walk the dog, especially in the summer, because you can just sit up here for ages. It doesn't get too busy with people, just because it's more of a local spot than a touristy spot. Mostly dog walkers, because we're the ones that are always out in all wind, rain or shine, aren't we? We're the mad ones. So yeah, I think I'm just going to have a little sit down. I didn't bring any snacks with me today just because I'm not far from where I live, so I can just chill out for 5 minutes, soak up the atmosphere, imagine my life living in a roundhouse back in the Iron Age, and then jump back in the van and head home. So yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. Thanks for coming along to this little wandering tale. I hope you found it entertaining. As always, until the next time, do be kind to yourself.